There is a prayer you can say tonight, and by tomorrow morning money will start finding its way to you in ways you've never imagined. Not magic, not luck. This is the science of the mind, something Neville Goddard taught decades ago, and now the world is beginning to awaken to it. Picture this in the brief moment before you fall asleep. The universe is listening to every breath, every final vibration of your being. With just one sentence, one complete feeling, you can send a command for money, unexpected income, and opportunities for wealth to begin moving towards you. Tonight you will not just listen, you will activate. This is not theory. This is a ritual, a doorway, a frequency you can step into right now. Neville Goddard, a teacher of the New Thought tradition, did not teach magic that escapes real life. He taught inner possession using imagination as a forward-reaching hand-shaping reality through feeling and the declaration I am. For Neville, every transformation begins with an inner state, not outer action. At the core is what he called the law of assumption. Simply put, the universe doesn't read your wish list. It reads who you are being. You can beg, wish, and plead, but if your heart still vibrates with lack, the subconscious will keep projecting a world of lack. On the other hand, if you live, feel, and know yourself as someone who already has it, the world must rearrange to reflect that state. Imagine yourself as a frequency transmitter. Most people send signals of pleading. You send the signal of already having. Which signal will the universe respond to? It always locks onto the stable frequency, not the desperate one. This is why Neville insisted it's not about endless repetition of words. It's about an unquestionable state of being. Look at the people America celebrates, not to idolize them, but to see the same law at work. Edison didn't wait for a patent before believing. He kept experimenting, certain that light was inevitable. Walt Disney saw a kingdom in his mind before anyone else called it real. Oprah built her life on gratitude and the inner vision of already being the voice of millions. Elon Musk acts as a creator of the future, living in the identity of a triumphant entrepreneur, long before the market confirms it. They didn't just hope for success. They lived inside it first, and action became proof. This is the true spirit of ACT, as if but deeper, not just behavior, but inner identification. The conclusion is simple. Neville never gave you tricks to change the world. He gave you a way to change yourself, to issue a new command to the subconscious. When the inner state shifts, the outer evidence must eventually follow. Now imagine that moment just before you drift off to sleep. This isn't merely the end of a day. It's a golden gateway between consciousness and the subconscious, where every command goes straight to the control center of reality. Neville called this the state akin to sleep, the twilight zone, where the mind slows, the heart opens, and every image you nurture becomes a seed planted in the richest soil. This is the perfect time for Neville's style of prayer, not a plea, but a declaration of fulfillment. You do not say, "Please give me money." You say, "I am enjoying the wealth that surrounds me now." You don't beg, you give thanks, as if it's already yours. Prayer becomes the art of feeling the result as accomplished. Prepare the body. Lie down and relax every muscle. Let each exhale release worries about bills, debt, or the noise of the day. With each inhale, imagine pulling in a warm wave of light, the light of abundance, of endless supply. As your mind drifts, begin the affirmation, "I am wealth." I am the flow of unexpected money. I am living in abundance right now. Do not merely recite these words. Feel each one as though it's your blood flowing through you. That feeling is the true prayer. Neville said it clearly. Feeling is the secret. This feeling is the message sent to the subconscious, which cannot tell imagination from reality. Visualize the scene you desire. A bank balance rising, a transfer notification, someone bringing you a financial opportunity. Don't just see it, live inside it. Feel the overflowing joy, the gratitude because it has already happened. Hear your own laughter, sense the lightness in your chest, the texture of money in your hand, the glow of a phone screen, make it as vivid as now. This is not shallow daydreaming. This is a sacred appointment. You are speaking directly to the Creator, not outside, but within you. When you say I am, you activate the primal creative energy of the universe. That's why this prayer doesn't need instant proof. The proof will appear naturally once the seed is planted and watered with unwavering belief. Stay in this moment patiently. No countdown, no forcing. Simply drift into sleep with the feeling of fulfillment. When you wake, the world may look the same, but beneath the surface, currents have already begun shifting to bring you into the frequency of unexpected money. When morning comes, you will hear the alarm. But today, let the first sound you notice not be metal, but the echo of gratitude. Before touching your phone, before checking messages, let your still dreaming mind continue last night's story. Silently affirm, I am wealth. I am the flow of unexpected money. I am living in abundance right now. No need to shout. Whisper it as naturally as saying I am breathing. This effortless certainty is the key to the law of assumption. Money doesn't flow to anxious minds. It flows to hearts that know they are worthy. Prayer does not end when you leave the bed. It continues in every step. When making coffee, behave as someone already rich. Not with arrogance, not with waste, but with the calm of one who already possesses. When driving, walking, or meeting people, every action silently broadcasts I have received. Neville said imagination is not a few minutes of prayer. It is a way of life. This is where most people quit. They pray at night and doubt in the morning. But the great builders of wealth, from Andrew Carnegie to Henry Ford, shared one habit: they maintained the state. They refused to let news, fear, or markets shake their deep inner knowing. You can begin with small daily rituals. When touching your wallet, smile as if it is always full. When looking at a bill, say, "Thank you that I have the means to pay this." When hearing about an opportunity, nod as if it naturally belongs to you. This is not empty self-hypnosis. This is frequency tuning. Just as a radio only plays the station it's set to, you are tuning your mind to the station of already wealthy. And by a subtle law of physics, people, events, and flows of money on that frequency will begin to find you. Don't worry if you don't see immediate proof. A seed doesn't sprout overnight, yet it begins to grow the moment it's planted. Your subconscious, the true treasure vault, is already arranging every detail to bring unexpected opportunities. A phone call, an email, an unexpected payment. Your job is not to chase, but to hold steady in faith and keep living as if everything is already complete. Wealth doesn't fall from the sky as a random gift. It comes as the natural result of a mind that has chosen the state of I am. Every day you step into the world with that feeling, you are writing the continuation of last night's prayer. As you move through the flow of a new day, don't dismiss small actions as trivial. Every gesture, every choice, every glance is a living affirmation sent into the universe. When you pay for a cup of coffee, feel the fullness. Money is circulating and returning to me multiplied. When you work with the spirit of someone already successful, not to prove anything, but because you already are. This is the secret Edison, Ford, Carnegie, and Oprah lived. They turned every ordinary moment into evidence of inner wealth. You don't need to change your job overnight nor win the lottery. What you need is to change the quality of each moment. When you complete a task, imagine you're signing $1 million contract. When you greet a customer, feel as though you are welcoming great financial opportunities. The difference lies in vibrational attitude, not in the size of the work. Neville often said, "The outer world is only a mirror of the inner world." When you change how you feel, the mirror must change. If your bank balance hasn't increased today, don't stare at the numbers in disappointment. Smile because you know you've sent the signal and the universe is working. Remember, Edison failed thousands of times before the light bulb shone, yet each time he held the feeling that light already existed. That feeling kept the seed alive. Every time you say I am, you sign a creative decree. I am wealthy. I am prosperous. I am the flow of unexpected money. Don't recite it like an empty chant. Speak it the way you say your own name, calm, certain, unquestioned. The subconscious doesn't respond to shouting. It responds to obviousness. To strengthen this power, Turn daily actions into sacred rituals. When washing your hands, imagine cleansing away old beliefs of lack. When closing a door, picture yourself locking out worries of scarcity. When stepping into sunlight, feel as if gold is pouring over your skin. This isn't superstition. It is the language of the subconscious. It communicates in images, sensations, and symbols. Each repetition programs your mind to command the universe to match the frequency of wealth. And when the frequency is firm, money must come to you like iron drawn to a magnet. You no longer chase wealth. You become wealth. And when that happens, you'll witness surprises: an email announcing a bonus, a friend offering an opportunity, a new client, a gift from an unexpected place. This is not magic. It is the natural outcome of a mind that has chosen the state of I am. Live each moment this way, and you will realize you are not merely praying at night. Your entire life is a prayer unfolding. Now look deeper into the root of all abundance. Money is simply the flow of energy, and that energy springs from the Creator, an infinite source that favors no one over another. Neville called it, I am, the primal I am that existed before all forms, the very presence breathing within you. When you say I am wealthy, you are not borrowing power from the outside. You are activating the authority already within you, the same power touched by America's great builders and innovators: Lincoln, Carnegie, Steve Jobs, though they called it by different names. Lincoln once said, "My faith rests not on miracles, but on a higher law." That is the very law Neville taught. This law shows no favoritism. It doesn't care about your background, your past mistakes, or the balance in your account. It responds only to the state you choose now. If you dare to affirm I am wealthy, the universe has no choice but to rearrange events to reflect it. Pause for a deep breath. Feel your heartbeat. Feel the air entering your chest. This is proof that Source is active right now within you. You don't need to search far or beg a distant god. You simply need to recognize that you yourself are the gateway through which prosperity flows. When you realize this, you'll understand why Neville said prayer is awareness. From here, every affirmation becomes a sacred act. I am wealth made visible. I am the frequency of unexpected money. I and the Source are one. Do not repeat these as empty words. Let each syllable merge with your breath, your blood, your heartbeat. When you say I and the Source are one, feel the boundary between me and universe dissolve. That is the instant when every limitation breaks. Napoleon Hill declared in Think and Grow Rich, whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe it can achieve. This is not a slogan. It is the truth of one who understood the law. And you, when united with the Source and stepping into the state of already done, walk the same path as Hill, Edison, Disney, Musk, Oprah. Money is only the manifestation. What you are truly calling in is freedom, fullness, the expansion of your very soul. And when the soul expands, money becomes as natural as the breath of the ocean. Let this settle in your heart. You are not chasing money. Money is chasing you because you have become the magnet, and the Source never denies itself. Now you understand why Neville's prayer is unlike any religious ritual. It is not begging. It is the recognition of your true nature, not poor, not lacking, but the endless river of creation and supply. When you live with this awareness, every action, every breath, every dream becomes a command to the universe. Bring forth wealth. Bring forth miracles. Now. This is the heart of the lesson where theory turns into experience. Tonight before you sleep, perform a simple yet powerful ritual. No candles, no wind chimes. Only you and your inner state. 1. Cleanse the energy of the day. Before lying down, allow your body to release all noise, worries, and pressure. Close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths. With every inhale, imagine all tension, unpaid bills, unanswered messages melting out of your body like smoke. As you exhale, quietly say within, The old is done. I am free. This is not just relaxation. It's clearing the stage so a new seed can sprout. 2. Activate the feeling of already having. Now bring yourself into the scene of tomorrow. Not a tomorrow of worry, but a tomorrow overflowing with unexpected money. See yourself opening your phone to a fresh bank transfer. Hear the ting of a payment notification. Feel your hands touching crisp bills or watching the number rise on the screen. Don't just picture it, feel it, joy, gratitude, the calm certainty that it has already happened. 3. Speak the one command. When your heart is full of that feeling, gently whisper a single sentence: I am receiving unexpected money right now. Just once. No repetition, no pleading, because repetition signals doubt. One time only, like stamping a seal on the universe. Neville called this impressing the subconscious, placing the mark in the deeper mind. 4. Release and sleep. After the command, stop controlling. Let the images, sounds, and sensations sink into sleep with you. This is the most powerful moment. Your conscious mind quiets. Your subconscious opens. The universe begins to work on your behalf. Remember, you don't make it happen. You allow it to be born. Tonight as you sleep, you are signing a sacred contract with the universe. A contract with one clause only. Unexpected money, freedom, and abundance are already mine. When morning comes, you are no longer a seeker. You are a magnet, and a magnet has only one task: to attract. Tomorrow the sunlight will look the same, the street unchanged, but inside a new reality is already active. Your work is not to hunt for proof, but to live as if your prayer is fulfilled. Many people miss this part. They pray, they imagine, then wake up and worry, complain, check their account in fear. But that fear pulls the plug on the very miracle they set in motion. Neville Goddard said, "It is not the outer action, but the inner state that determines the result." So what does it mean to live as if received? Walk into work like a wealthy creator, not someone racing against bills. When you see prices, don't shrink or calculate scarcity. Silently affirm, "My money is always enough for what matters." When others speak of financial struggle, don't sink into their fear frequency. Smile and remain calm, anchored in security. Living as if received is not about reckless spending or showing off. It is an inner feeling: freedom, ease, gratitude, as if everything is already done. This state broadcasts a clear message to the universe: I and abundance are one. Picture yourself as a magnet. You don't chase loose coins. You simply radiate a natural pull, and money, through contracts, opportunities, gifts, or surprise income, must flow toward you. This is not distant magic. It is a spiritual law of physics. Like energy attracts like energy. Reinforce this belief with small daily actions. When you spend, instead of fearing loss, say, "Money is circulating and returning to me multiplied." When a small amount of money arrives, celebrate it as a sign. Even if it's just a few dollars, the universe tests you with small signals before larger gifts. Each night, repeat Neville's ritual. Relive the feeling of already received, keeping the wealth current alive. Living as if received is not waiting. It is enjoying the journey. You no longer ask, "When will the money come?" You quietly know it's on its way, and every moment is part of the miracle. This is the freedom Neville wanted you to taste: freedom from financial fear, so you attract not only money, but opportunities, relationships, and a life of true plenty. Tonight you have completed the journey from releasing the old, to imagining, to declaring, to living as already fulfilled. Before this night ends, let gratitude settle into your heart. For gratitude is the master key. Place your hand on your chest and take a slow, deep breath. Feel your heartbeat, the sound of life, of infinite energy flowing through you. Whisper softly, but with authority, "Thank you, universe. Thank you, Creator. Thank you, divine presence within me. I am wealthy. I am receiving unexpected money. I am blessed with abundance, freedom, and joy. Don't just speak. Feel every word as a warm current spreading through your body. Sense the air around you vibrating as if the night sky itself is listening. Because it is. Neville said, "That which you accept as true, though unseen, will become the reality you touch." Tonight you are no longer a seeker. You are a creator. You have planted the seed and it has begun to grow. Tomorrow the evidence may appear as an email, a message, an unexpected payment, or simply a profound piece about money. However it comes, receive it with gratitude, like welcoming a long-awaited friend. Let these words be a silent covenant between you and the creative power within. No need to shout, no need to beg. Simply remember and live. I have received. I am living in the flow of wealth. Unexpected money is arriving to me now. Carry this energy into your sleep so every inhale is confirmation, every exhale a message to the universe. I trust. I have received. I am abundance. Tonight you are not merely sleeping. You are signing a sacred pact with your own prosperity. And when dawn breaks, step into the world with a knowing smile. The miracle is in motion. Money is on its way. My life is changing. Sleep well, wealthy creator. Tomorrow begins the first chapter of a new reality. A reality you have already written tonight.